Hello, everyone, and welcome to this pick a card reading. So, in today's video, I'm going to be looking into one of your spirit guides. It's going to be like a meet your spirit guide reading. We're just going to focus in on one and see what messages want to come through today. I was just preparing for doing this video today, and I wasn't sure exactly what topic I would decide on. And then this one came through really strongly. So, I think there are definitely some messages that are wanting to come through for our collective today. So we have 3 different cards that you can choose from. You can choose more than one if you feel called. Group number 1 is Witch, Be the Light. Group number 2 is Drum, Dream and Journey. And group number 3 is Stag, Trust and Thrive. So go ahead and choose your group. I'll list the timestamps down below, and then I'll see you for your reading. Hello, group number 1. So your spirit guide, the person, I feel like this is more of a person. Like I feel like this spirit guide might have had some kind of earth connection. I feel that this spirit guide is you in a past life or someone from your past in this life who may have passed over to the other side and is with you in spirit, okay? There's some kind of a connection to your past that I'm feeling from this guide, and they are with you always, okay? This person has some kind of a soul contract with you or some kind of a joint mission. If this was a passed over loved one, then you will know because of the love that you shared with this person. But if this is you from a past life, then the reason that they are showing up as a guide in your life is because you have a very strong joint mission. It's almost like your past life extends into this life. I just saw a purple orb, okay? There's something about this past life that is really wanting to come through for you to be seen and known, okay? This past version of you is acting as a spirit guide because they are really invested in your current life because they're showing me it's one. It's like it is one with their life. It is one with your past life. It's one mission. You split it over 2 lifetimes. And so this past life version of you is very significant, very important to you. And I feel like this past life version, you did something in this past life that was magic, okay, with the witch, be the light. It was positive magic, okay? Sometimes there can be negative connotations to do with the word witch, but I'm feeling it in a very positive, light-filled way, okay? So you don't have to fear this energy. But you did do some sort of magic. It might not have been anything to do with witchcraft or paganism or spells or anything like that. I'm feeling like it could have been really anything, but there was some deeper connection to magic that you had in this past life. That's what they're showing me. Like in this past life, you were more connected to magic in the way that you lived. I'm also being shown you had more access to your soul gifts and your spiritual abilities for some reason. Like you were more clairvoyant, you had more visions, maybe more psychic understandings or downloads. There may have even been inventions that came through your mind. Like you were really open to the cosmos and you may have had a lot of things come into the mind, drop into your mind. Yeah, there was very much of an openness is what I'm being shown by your past life version. They're like, whoa, look how much they're showing me your channel in this past life. And it was just huge. Like it was so open, your channel to the divine. And you've received so much. You received so much information, okay? So yeah, you might have even channeled books or written books. Yeah, you might have been a channeler where you could channel beautiful music or art or something like this, because I'm just seeing your channel was open and it created some really profound gifts in the way that you were embodied in this life, okay? But then I'm being shown your current life, and there's some kind of a disconnect at this time with this level of gifts, okay? See how this card, the witch woman, is facing sideways, but then the owl is facing forwards, okay? I feel like this owl is your past life self or your spirit guide. Like this is how they're showing to me. And see how they're staring right through? I feel like they really want to get through to you. They really want to talk to you. Like see that energy coming through that card, how the owl is looking straight in and they're looking straight through you almost. Yeah, this guide sees you. They see every single thing about you, even things that you might not be conscious of. But then the witch lady in the background, she's sort of looking sideways, okay? And there's something here about this where it's like you might not see this guide, you might not recognize this guide, or something like this is what this guide is showing me. You might miss them, or because something like this. So they're wanting to really come through to let you know that they're with you and that I'm seeing one of the signs that they might show you is through feathers, and I'm also seeing butterflies and moths, okay? Or anything that has wings, like birds. I'm seeing that this guide, they like to show up as birds, feathers, moths, and butterflies, okay? Could be extended to any kind of insects that fly, to be fair. But I think their preferred method of communication, it could be owl, okay? It could be through owls or butterflies. You could have a really strong connection with these spirit animals. Okay, another message that's coming through now as well is that this spirit guide might also be embodied in your life as an animal. Like they might show up in your life as a wild animal with messages, omens, signs, synchronicities, or they may even have come through in animal form in some way, or like a portion of their energy came through. Wow, this reading is getting really esoteric, but this is what I'm just getting, you guys. You may have some kind of a very deep soul connection with an animal, like a dog or a cat or something, and it may feel that this animal is like a spirit guide to you in some way. You may resonate with that, okay? Because I'm feeling like they're showing me that they like to connect with you. This spirit guide likes to connect with you, so they might incarnate their energy in some ways through living animals to connect with you, to help you on your path, to help guide you. Yeah, so definitely animals out in nature. I feel like you as a soul, you are like eligible, Spirit wants me to tell you, you're like eligible karmically to have a relationship with like a wild animal, like a really deep relationship with one, because they would be able to trust you. And I don't know, there's something about you are like, you have some kind of really good karma around this saved up. You have a very strong connection to animals, I'm feeling, in this life. And like I said, this spirit guide likes to connect with you through animals. So I'm seeing that you might end up having a relationship with some kind of a wild animal. Could be a bird, a native bird, or other form of animal. And this could be a very sacred, special thing for you, okay? In this life, Spirit's wanting you to know that you can open to that and you can manifest that if it's something that you desire. So I feel like Spirit and this spirit guide, the main message that they want to really talk about is something to do with your psychic abilities and your channeling gifts, okay? Because I keep being shown the past life and how open it was, and now this life, there's a lot of contrast with that, okay? And your spirit guide's also showing me that in the past life, you were living in a different time, and there was actually different conditions. For example, currently in modern day, psychic abilities can be shut down by a lot of things that we just have in our environment. Keep in mind, like EMF, even, pollution in our environments or in our food. There's a lot of different things that may make our psychic instruments of our bodies like less receptive. And I'm just seeing something about your past life where there wasn't really any pollution around, or it was a lot less, or or they had come from a very, ooh, like a very, yeah, it came from a very like clean environment. There's something I'm being shown about this. You were born into in this past life, a very clean environment where there wasn't any pollution. You might have been born in the country or to like a very poor family or something like this, what I'm being shown. And there was something about the fact that you grew up poor that was actually in this past life that was actually a benefit to you, because it meant that you ate very simply. You had a very simple life, like in the outskirts, and you weren't raised in the city where there was a lot of pollution. I'm seeing something that might have been like, the Industrial Revolution times, like maybe the 1700s or the 1800s. I don't even know, you guys, but I'm getting for some of you, past life might have been recent. For others of you, this might have been a much more ancient past life. Sorry, when I open up, sometimes there's just so many messages that come through. So just take what resonates and recognize that it's a general reading. So I have to, anchor a lot of different messages to get through to everyone. Okay, so this past life energy, they are going to this spirit guide. Their main intention and their main mission in this lifetime is to help you to come home to your psychic abilities and your gifts. And in that way, it's connected to your mission, okay? So there's some aspect of your soul mission in this lifetime, your soul's intention for your lifetime, your life purpose, that is connected to your psychic abilities, okay? You might actually want to check out my psychic activation light language tape on my store. I'll link it down below. But it's really great for helping you to open to all of your psychic gifts and your innate soul level abilities. You can read more about it, but anyway. Yeah, I feel like this lifetime, there's a huge psychic activation and awakening in store for you. Some of you have already had psychic experiences. I think most of you probably had quite psychic experiences before, seen a lot of synchronicities, maybe had some clairvoyance in your third eye, or however it might come to you, an inner knowing, an intuition to follow a certain path, things like this. You are guided, you are intuitive. But I feel like the way that you remember being is a lot more expanded than what you've experienced in this life. Okay, that's just what I'm picking up. This is what I'm picking up, is that if you are resonating with this group, I feel like you would have some kind of memory of your past life, or some kind of past life, like even if it's a really distant subconscious memory, but there's a memory there around being psychic and having channeling abilities, and like wondering, you have at some point wondered like where they are in this life. You've been like, where are my gifts? Where are my abilities? Where is my light even? You might feel like, I'm meant to shine brighter than this. There's meant to be more than this, okay? So a large part of your mission and your destiny and your life purpose is around psychic abilities and channeling abilities, okay? Keep in mind that I feel like art is channeled, right? Music is channeled. There's a lot of different ways that we can see as channeling. Even writing is channeled, you know? So it's some kind of creative expression, or very much like a psychic gift that people would consider like a psychic gift or a spiritual ability. Some of you may be meant to be doing mediumship in this lifetime, as you may have a very strong connection to that gift, especially if you have a passed over loved one as a spirit guide. If that is your message, then I feel like you are a very strong medium. Ooh, yeah, I'm feeling a lot of energy in the heart space, you guys. I feel like when you come home to this gift, it's going to fully open your heart, and you're going to feel like, oh yeah, this is my life purpose. Like for those of you who resonate with being a medium in this lifetime and speaking to passed over souls and helping them, I feel like you have a spirit guide who is a passed over loved one, and they would act as a protector in that realm to help kind of be a barrier between you and the spirits that you may be working with, because I feel like there needs to be some kind of like law and order a little bit. Whenever I've had experiences with mediumship, I find that sometimes the channel can get a little bit hijacked, because it's not a super high, it depends, but it's not always a super high vibrational energy. It's more connected to the earth's vibrations, right? So sometimes the channel can kind of get hijacked, and other souls are trying to get through, other entities are trying to get through to bring messages, or for whatever reasons they're trying to kind of come in. So I feel like, yeah, you really need that protector spirit that stands in front of you, and that helps you to just pass through the connections sort of like one at a time. There's something about boundaries, yeah, and keeping it to the spirits that you're actually meant to work with and that you actually can help. And yeah, and I'm also seeing them showing me like no attachments. As in, they would make sure that there weren't any like energetic attachments between you and this spiritual work that you're doing. That's something that all of your spirit, like all of you, are experiencing some kind of protection from this spirit guide, okay? Yeah, so you're meant to really come into this gifts. That's what they want you to know. And they're also saying that you can work more with them. They will, like I said, show up through animals a lot, and feathers, and also maybe just symbols, like if you see an owl, you know, or even this pentagram I'm noticing now as well with the circle around it. That could be, yeah, that could be one of, or is that a pentacle? Anyway, that is one of the ways they might communicate with you. And I'm seeing that the more that you start to recognize their signs and their symbols, the more you recognize their energy is always with you. Yeah, they're saying something like, sometimes it can be hard to recognize an energy if it's always with you. It's like, how do you recognize it if it's always been there? And that's something that you might suddenly realize. You'll be like, oh, this energy has always been with me. Oh, wow. So now I'm also seeing, you guys, this is amazing. I'm seeing that you will end up coming together with this spirit guide and almost joining energies and becoming one, like a unity. They were showing me at the beginning, there's a unity. We are one. And you're actually meant to be one. And I feel like them being a spirit guide aspect to you is actually symbolic of you kind of being a bit split off from your psychic abilities in this lifetime, at no fault of your own, by the way. This is an environment that many of us are experiencing, like impact on our psychic abilities. Like I feel like this is probably majority of humans at this time, because the environment is such a different place now, and our bodies, you know, they're not necessarily adapted to the modern things. Anyway, so that's what I'm being shown, but you're meant to come into, yeah, like a unity with this soul aspect of you. It's more like a soul aspect, I suppose. Yeah, and they're meant to come back in. They're meant to come back into your heart and like become one with you again. And maybe for some of you, if it's a passed over loved one, you may feel separate to them through grief. And then this healing of the heart is them coming back in and you feeling them with you all the time. You're feeling one with them again. It's very special. Yeah, so with the spirit guide, they're not meant to be separate to you. That's what they're showing me. They're meant to be one within you. They're meant to be one with you. There is a oneness, a unity to your energy connection, your energetic connection. And I'm seeing that there will come a time where you are unified. Okay. And that is also coming through you coming back in touch with your psychic abilities, your spiritual gifts, your soul gifts, and having more of an awakening, and I'm also seeing that part of the new earth is like that we also help to clean the earth. And as we clean the earth, we're cleaning our environment, and it's cleaning out kind of our receptors to spirit, if this makes sense. This is how I'm being shown it. Okay, so that is your reading group 1. I do hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I would really recommend my psychic activation tape for this group. I feel like you would really resonate with it and it could really help you on your path, especially with your mission and what you're here to do. So I'll link it down below and you can read more about it, see if it might be right for you. Thank you so much for supporting my work, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Hello, group number 2. I hope you're doing so well. So your spirit guide, the one that I'm connecting to, I feel like this is a guide that has just come in for you. I feel like this is a new guide. They've just swapped in, they're showing me, or they have just entered your life. This is actually a very significant thing to have happen. I feel like when you have a new guide come in, it's because you are needing that, because you are going to a new place, you're going into a new level, you're reaching a new level in your life. So this is really a congratulations is what I'm seeing from this guide. I feel they are feminine. I feel really strong feminine energy. But of course, spirit guides don't really have to have a gender or anything like that. But I just feel there's a feminine force here. And it feels very protective, okay? It's sort of like a mother bear or a mother lion. There is a fierceness in that feminine energy that is sort of unmatched. So yeah, I'm feeling like they are fiercely protective of you. I guess they do have a mother energy towards you. It's very maternal. They have almost the protective energy of the divine mother. There's a divine, maternal, protective, caring, nurturing energy from this spirit guide. And I feel like they're here because, like I said, you're moving up a level. You're moving into a new aspect of your life. They're helping you with a new aspect of your path. And their energy is like very fierce. It's sort of very, yeah, it's very fierce. And I feel like it's helping you become more fierce. Like I keep seeing the imagery of like a mother bear protecting her cubs, like a grizzly bear or something. And it's like, whoa, stay away from that. Like there's some kind of energy there of, it's like it's inherent in this world, in this earth, of that feminine protective energy of her young, of those she loves. And that's what I'm feeling from this guide. It's like, yeah, she actually might come through to you as a bear or a lion, okay, symbolically. She might come through as a bear or a lion because I see this very very protective energy, very can defend you physically kind of energy. I'm feeling like this guide has moved and transitioned into your spirit team seamlessly. So you probably haven't necessarily noticed it, but as I pointed out, you might be like, oh yeah, actually, I might have felt something a bit shifted recently, or you might have had a significant dream, because I'm seeing that they may be having started working with you mainly through dreams. And this is also a soul that you remember, a spirit that you remember. This is a spirit guide that you had a soul contract with pre-incarnation, that you plan to have this meeting with in this lifetime, where you're like, yes, I know I'm going to meet this person. I know I'm going to have this path with them. I'm saying person because they feel very personified, I guess, in the way that they're working with you. It feels very much like they're meant to really be here as a protector, as a friend, as a spiritual entity, but also more as someone that you can connect with and lean on and like almost have conversations with. They're showing me like, I'm seeing that you might meet them in spirit and they might show up to you in a female body, like as a woman. She might be of any kind of appearance and she might change. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. I feel like she will show up to you in dreams as a woman. She might be like an older woman, or she might be a younger woman. She might be a female animal. But there's something here about, she'll show up to you in dreams and you're meant to connect through the subconscious, through dreams. You're going to have a lot of conversations. You're going to share a lot of information. This guide is going to give you a lot of information about where you are. There's a lot of answering of questions. There's an energy here of, you're almost been like, where have you been? That's what I'm seeing when you meet. There's an energy here where you're like, where have you been? And there's I've missed you. Okay, so there's some recognition instantly when you come into contact with this spirit guide, you know them. and you instantly share energies. You instantly show them what your life has been like here so far on earth. This is what you've been working on. This is what you've achieved so far. This is what's been challenging you recently. This is the status of your relationships, of all these kinds. I'm seeing you like downloading information, sharing it, exchanging. And there's something about, you are really instantly in recognition of this spirit guide. You instantly know who this person is. And the other thing I'm seeing is that somehow you've met already. Okay, so this has already taken place for the majority of you. I already see that you've met, but for some of you, it may be coming in just in the next few days where there might be a dream. But you don't have to have remembered the dream, by the way, for you to have already met. You may not have remembered it consciously because this is deep subconscious work that you've been doing here. But they did want you to see this reading so that you could consciously recognize, like, oh yeah, I am working with a new spirit guide. I have to say though, they might show, it might be mirrored to you or echoed to you in your physical reality. Like you might meet a new woman in your life, like not necessarily a romantic partner or like they could be a friend or something like this of some kind, but it could just be like you just meet someone and they sort of remind you, like, have you ever met someone and they have some kind of a spirit energy and you're like, is that a spirit guide or is that a person? Or is that an angel or is that a person? And I'm seeing like this is so exciting. I'm seeing that they kind of like incarnate, they showed themselves to you. It's almost like in a dream. Like if you were to see someone in a crowded place and you're like, wait, I know that person. Who are they? And you feel really drawn into them and then you follow them and they're walking through and they've got this mysterious energy. It's like giving me that. And you may have seen someone out and about, or again, it might have been a dream, but I'm seeing it might show up in your physical reality where you suddenly see someone at the corner of your eye and you're like, do I know that person, that woman? Have I seen them before? And it's your spirit guide. Like it's some kind of echo of what's going on in the subconscious between you and this spirit guide. Yeah, it might show up to you somehow in your physical reality, or you might see someone online even, and you're like, wait, I feel like I know that woman. Who is that? And it's like, this is a recognition, but it's more of like a mirror to what's happening above, like as above, so below kind of thing, okay? That's what I'm being shown there. So yeah, the spirit guide is helping you to feel safe, okay? Because I keep getting protective energy. They're helping you to feel safe so that you can move up a level. We already have moved up a level to even meet this spirit guide again, for you to be eligible to even work with them in this life. So it is a congratulations because you kind of had to earn this new level. But working at this new level, I'm seeing leadership. I'm seeing your energy might be called upon by a lot of different people. Like a lot of different people might need you at this time, might want to work with you, might need your voice, your art, your work. You might be expanding out to share your energy with a lot more people. Your spirit guide is particularly helping you with confidence to embody a new role that will be more demanding and will have more responsibility and will ask you to call upon more of your soul's power, more of your soul's inherent power, for you to stand more in your power, for you to embody your power. This is what this guide is helping you with. And they're helping you to feel incredibly safe, incredibly held, and incredibly loved and seen and understood for who you really are, so that you can really stand confident in yourself. And you're here to impact a lot of people. You're here to do a lot of work in the world, to have a very big spiritual impact on the collective subconscious. I'm seeing there's something about your work that particularly impacts the subconscious of people. So it could be like through art, right? Because art speaks to our subconscious mind. Or it could be, or the artist's intentions in the art can speak to our subconscious, even if we might not consciously know what they were thinking. Or we can have impact through the subconscious through like energy healing, light language, Reiki, channeling. You can help people with their subconscious through therapy, writing, anything. I don't know. I'm trying to give examples, but really be creative in how you interpret this. But I feel like, there's something where this guide helps you with your subconscious and then you in turn help others with theirs, okay? There's some sort of like a chain reaction. And I feel like you yourself actually might be a figure that shows up in people's dreams and that shows up when people are asleep and you help them. You yourself actually have a strong spirit guide energy actually yourself, okay? I feel like people might think of you as being almost a guide to them, or that's the role that you are now entering into. If you don't resonate with that currently, then it will be a role that you are very, very about to feel very, very much like you identify with it, okay? There's something about this, like you kind of are here to be a bit of a spirit guide for people, to really have confidence at this time as you're taking on, like I said, more responsibility, a bigger role. You're going to feel very safe and protected. You might also, this spirit guide might be helping you let go of some kind of a fear or even a phobia. if you've had a phobia of, like, I don't know, public speaking, or if you've had some kind of a fear, it might not make, like, a lot of the time, phobias or intense fears might not make a huge amount of logical sense, or they might, depends on what it is. But there might be something like that where you may have some kind of a fear or a phobia, and I feel like this spirit guide would help you to let go of that so that you can stand more in your power. Especially if you feel like some kind of a fear or a phobia might be holding you back within your work or within your divine role that you're here to sort of embody, then definitely I feel like that would be something that this spirit guide would sort of remove this. They're almost like a remover of obstacles for you, okay? Even the fact that this spirit guide has shown up in your reality now is a sign that it's time, is a sign that it's time, I'm hearing, for you to fully embody your power and the role that you've come here to do. It's sort of like, imagine if someone's role was to really be kind of like a public speaker in some way. It's connected to their role, but then they have a fear of public speaking, okay? Well, that would obviously feel like it's holding you back, right? Because it's the thing you're meant to do. You gotta face your fear. So this guide, the spirit guide, is going to help you to face some kind of a fear so that you can step more fully into a divine role that you're here to have, that you're here to hold. I feel like this guide also wants you to know that you're on the right path, that you are exactly where you're meant to be, and that you're actually doing really well. Like I said, there's a congratulations energy coming through because you have made it to being, like, it's a milestone. You've made it, is what I'm hearing. You've made it to this point, and it's a milestone in having this spirit guide come in, because it means that you're now embodying a different version of yourself, and you're going to experience a different version of reality, okay? The world around you might change as if it's like a dream, all right? I feel like spirit's showing me with this spirit guide, you might be moving up to next level kind of magic. You're working at a higher level with magic. So the world around you might suddenly feel like it's a dream, a landscape, like a dreamscape, like a landscape in a dream can suddenly change all around you, and you're kind of like, what's going on? I'm feeling like this might be some kind of manifestational power that you're going to have, where you feel like you're kind of impacting the world around you and things keep changing and morphing. Yeah, also this guide, the spirit guide, is a shapeshifter energy. That's what I was seeing, how she shows up in dreams as different people. Usually a woman though, or an animal, a female animal, kind of like a very feminine force from this guide. So yeah, they're a shapeshifter themselves, and I feel like their impact on your life is kind of like your life starts to shapeshift, and you yourself as well will be going through some kind of a shapeshift as well. Like I said, you're embodying a new role, and you might even feel like you look different as you're embodying this new role, or you feel different as you're embodying this new role. Your life looks different all around you all of a sudden. It's shapeshifted. Your job has shapeshifted. Like there's something here where it's all shifting and changing around you. So I feel like this guide is really here as well to anchor you, to give you confidence during a lot of change in your life. Okay, you're going through a period of rapid change. There's a lot of change occurring in your life. A lot of things are now ready to grow. And I'm seeing like upgrade. Okay, you have ended a very long cycle, and this is the beginning of a new one. And that's why this guide is here, because they're walking a new path with you. They're like, we're going down, we're experiencing a new life now. And they are your guide, they're your guardian during this transition and during this new role. So I feel like in this new role, you're being asked to be a bit like the spirit guide in a way. Like they almost have some of the qualities that you yourself are meant to embody. Like you're meant to embody like more fierceness in your new role, more wildness, maybe more spiritual authority, more personal power, more like authenticity and assertiveness. I feel like there's some kind of energy where you're channeling your power more, and you're not letting others walk all over you. Yeah, there's like a resolving of any kind of ways in which you might have been holding yourself back or suppressing your power or like living with fear. Because yeah, I'm just seeing a lot of like self-love and self-respect in this new role that you're embodying. It's like you are loving yourself, you're respecting yourself. And I feel like this spirit guide, they embody the energy of self-respect, of self-love, of self-care, of harmony, but also of wildness. There's a freedom with that shape-shifting energy where they're not confined to one state of being. They're not confined to one body. Like I feel like the spirit guide, the way that I feel their energy is almost like you would feel them as a great friend. Like they're like your best friend almost in spirit world. And I feel they really want to just spend time with you. I feel like there is a friendship here. Like you know them already. When you meet them again, you know them already. They are like a friend, but more like a best friend or a sister, something like this. Or even they show up as different aspects of the triple goddess, even like the crone, the maiden, the mother. They might show up with a mother energy. They might show up with a grandmother energy. They might show up more like a child energy. Like there's all kinds of different ways. Like I feel like there's a real infinite intelligence within this spirit guide. They're very, really, really cool. I feel like, yeah, you have a deep love and respect for this soul, for this guide. Maybe as well, you've taken it turns to be guides for each other. There's a real soul sister energy synergy between you both. So I feel like the final message coming through from them is to ask to meet them in your dreams, or ask to become more conscious of your dream work, to maybe pray before you go to sleep for anything you're wanting to have an answer to. And they will help you. They will come into your dream state and they will help give you the answer, and you will more likely wake up with it, okay? So there's something here about, yeah, they're asking you to work with dreams and with your dreams a lot more deeply, because that is the most, that's the most access they have to you. That's the clearest access they have to you, like where your energies can communicate the most freely, essentially, is through the dream. So they're saying, pray before you sleep, set intentions, and allow kind of yourself to work, yeah, with the spirit guide in whatever way you feel guided to. Again, I also see you yourself being a bit of a visitor and an astral traveler, and visiting other people and giving them kind of the spirit guide treatment in your sleep as well. All right, that is your reading group 2. I do hope that you've enjoyed it. If you resonated with this reading and you'd like to connect more with my work, I would really recommend my Divine Feminine Embodiment tape. I feel like it's perfect for the energy that this spirit guide is bringing into your life. I'll link it down below. You can read more about it. It has a light language channel, as well as affirmations, as well as a sleep tape. I'll link it down below. And yeah, I'm just sending you so much love and light. Take care. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose Stag, Trust and Thrive. Okay, so I feel that this spirit guide that wants you to be aware of them, that wants you to meet them, is actually your guardian angel. I'm being shown that they've been with you since birth. I'm seeing a baby in their little crib and this angel standing over and watching over them. I'm seeing that they've been allocated with you since even pre-birth. Like they've been with you since you were planning your life, pre-incarnation. Then they were with you when you were in your mother's womb. They were with you during the birth. They were with you after. They've been with you the entire time. They really want you to know that you have an angelic protector that's with you 24/7, okay? You are literally protected and guided by the angels, okay? This guardian angel has been sent to you from the angelic realm. They've been allocated to you since birth, since pre-birth. I feel like you've worked with this guardian angel from other lifetimes as well. You have a strong connection to them. They feel like, you know, the kind of love that someone has, like for someone, if they've grown up with them, like a child, like the way that a child will love their grandparent or something, is like very deep. It's that kind of energy that I'm feeling between you and this guardian angel, is like the connection almost between a child and like a grandparent or something. It feels like, where they've been with you your whole life and they would never, like they would always sort of put you first. There's some like very deep love. It does feel more like you're the child and they are like the protector or the guide. That's more the energy I'm feeling between you both. And that's just maybe how it's developed, because they have been with you since you were a baby and a child, and they're showing me they still see that in you. They still see the child in you. They see your inner child. Maybe they're here to work a lot with your inner child, is what I'm getting. Yeah, I feel like they work particularly with your inner child. Maybe you had a particularly challenging start to life as well for a lot of you, I'm being shown. So they might be here to help you heal from your early years. Your inner child kind of is receiving healing through having them be almost like a grandparent. I feel like a very grandparent energy. For some of you, you may resonate with them actually being a grandparent in spirit who may be with you, or an ancestor or something like this. But there's a very strong angel energy coming through. It feels like they are an angel from the angelic realm, and they're really here to help you feel safe, trust, and thrive, to help you as well align with your path of greatest abundance and greatest ease, because they see how something about your inner child may create a bit of chaos. Like there may have been something you went through in your childhood. There may have been circumstances in your childhood that were very challenging. And I'm seeing that they're specifically here to help you resolve that, to help you heal that. And they want to help you feel safe. Okay, so I'm also getting another message coming through really strong. Okay, so for some of you, this guardian angel incarnated as a pet in your family home, okay? Or their energy would show up through this pet. They might have not been the full some of you, they may have been fully incarnated as a pet, like a dog. I'm being shown the energy of like an old, like faithful dog that's like always with a child, protecting the child. You know how sometimes like dogs and children, like they just bond really fast? And I'm seeing like there's a soul energy between you and an animal you had growing up. Like I'm seeing a dog, but it might not have been a dog. And this was one of the ways which they got through to you while you were going through something that was challenging. And their energy is like very faithful. It's very loyal. It's very unconditionally loving. And yeah, so they may have shown up like that. So they are really here to help you to feel trust and to thrive, and to release any chaos and being shown that may stem from the inner child or, early childhood experiences. I'm seeing they're really here to help that and to heal that and to help you sort of regulate if you have trauma release or something like this. Some of you may really resonate with getting a dog or having a dog or something of this kind, because I'm just being shown, the way that a dog helps to regulate the nervous system. They can be really good for therapy or as service animals. It's sort of giving me this kind of energy. This spirit guide is kind of like very devoted to you, very loyal, very unconditionally loving, and just giving and giving and giving to you, just pouring into you. They're showing me that some of you may work really well with having a service animal, having a therapy dog, or having an animal of some kind with you, because their energy would help your inner child to stabilize and to regulate. So you are here to experience a lot of abundance in this lifetime, is what this guide wants you to know. And they are going to help you achieve it. They're going to help you get there. They're going to help you rewrite history or rewrite the story or rewrite the ancestry. Okay? There's something here about you're going to turn around the lineage. You're going to turn around some kind of ancestral patterning or karma. And you're going to have this very beautiful, abundant rebirth where you are no longer held by the bloodlines, held back by the bloodlines or by something in your early childhood. Okay, so this is a deeply healing connection and relationship that you have with this spirit guide. They are really a healer. I feel like they're constantly bathing you in light. They're constantly bathing you in love. They're constantly surrounding you with their energy so that you feel safe, so that you feel held, so that you feel loved, so that you feel supported. They're very devoted to you, I have to say. Like the way that the energy is coming through, it is like a grandmother who's devoted, to their grandchild, or something like this. Like there's just a devotional energy where they're like, I love you, I cherish you, you're just so precious to me, you're everything to me. And yeah, there is something very divine about the way that they see you. They see you as very pure or innocent or something, or they see you for all of what you've been through. It's sort of like, imagine if you'd known a child since they were born. You can kind of see all of their life, like what they've been through, and you can kind of see the person that they are emerging as they grow up and mature and all these things. Like there's something like this I'm seeing where they feel very connected to you, like a grandparent or like a parent would, watching their own child grow up. Yeah, they feel very connected to the way you were raised and to nurturing you during that period. They were very much there for you spiritually during that childhood. So yeah, they still see us as this little baby. They still see us as this little toddler. They still see us as this little child, and then this teenager. Like they see you as all the versions of you, and they love every part of you. They're showing me that you are innocent or like pure in your energy, like pure light. Your energy being shown to me as pure light. And you come from, maybe you yourself are an earth angel. Oh, that would make a lot of sense, because they're showing me the purity of the energy that you have. So I feel like you yourself must be an earth angel. They're showing me that the way that you show up in the world is like pure light, and that you offer a lot of love and light out wherever you are, and that you have an angelic presence in the world. And that's maybe why they're showing up to me as a guardian angel, because you yourself have an angelic energy and presence and impact as well. But then I'm also being shown like the antlers on this stag, and antlers are used to kind of almost keep distance between the stag and others, or to fight off, to defend himself. And there's something here about this spirit guide, this guardian angel is very, very protective, and they are ensuring that there are boundaries in place, or they're trying to, because we also have free will. So it's like our spirit guides can't just like rule our life for us, because that wouldn't really work. But they're showing me that they're helping you cultivating boundaries from your free will, because that's something about you may have had this very innocent, loving presence where you saw the goodness in everyone, but there may have been the need to have boundaries, to say no, to recognize that you can't help everyone, or that, people might cling to you out of wanting to be saved a little bit, because I feel like your energy feels like an oasis. Your energy feels like water in the desert, okay, because it's so loving. And so people might become a little bit obsessed with you or might cling on. And this spirit guide, this guardian angel is very concerned with helping you to release people who may have attached themselves to you, or to make sure that you are appropriately defending yourself. Because I feel like there may have been something in you where you didn't defend yourself or you didn't stand up for yourself. And this spirit guide is helping you to, basically have really strong boundaries, to recognize how incredible you are, and to make sure that no one takes advantage of you, or no one is, you know, energy draining you, like energy vampires. That's what I'm seeing. You might attract energy vampires. That's the best way I can put it. Energy vampires, where the connection is not honoring. It's not soul honoring. Okay. Like, you are being called to help humanity. You are very much of service. You are an earth angel. You are like the archetype of an earth angel. And I'm sure you've probably been called one before. You've been called an angel in some way. But there is also like discernment around who is an energy vampire and who is someone that you are meant to help. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And I think that you've learned a lot about discernment now. And this spirit guide is like really proud of how far you've come and how much better you are at holding yourself with appropriate boundaries. Okay. Because I think that that was one thing. You came in with so much light and so much love. It almost like was a consequence of that. Like, I'm being shown, gosh, you know how like before, if you play like The Sims or something, like a video game, and you have to choose your avatar and you like choose different, I don't know, I don't really play video games, so it's hard for me to really give many good examples in this case, but just imagine a video game where you choose your avatar and you choose like, oh, they're adventurous, but because they're adventurous, that means that they're more risk-taking and they're prone to, making more mistakes. Or you choose someone who's really, really loving and innocent, but because of that, it means that they maybe struggle with boundaries more, and they might get taken advantage of and have to learn the hard way about evil. So it's sort of like when we choose our avatar, we choose our experience, we choose the quality or the experience, like the quality of our, or the way we want to express ourselves. But there's almost like drawbacks that come with that, right? Like I said, if you're super, super adventurous, maybe you're really risk taking. If you're super, super innocent and loving, maybe you're a little bit naive to evil intentions because you don't harbor any in yourself, so you don't recognize them in others. Okay. So this is what your guardian angel showing me, is like, you came in with heaps and heaps of love and light and like an innocence to you, which is part of your soul's path. It's part of your soul's plan. It's how you're meant to be. But because of that, there may have been boundary violations. Okay. Wow. So this has been a huge journey for you. It's like learning about protecting yourself. And they keep showing me this thing around how they can't do it for you, like as much as they sometimes have wanted to. They're showing me they can't do it for you. Like, you have to have this in yourself, and know how to have that appropriate space around you. Like, I'm just seeing the antlers and how it creates like space between. It creates space between. You need more space between. Some of you need more at this time. You need more space. You need more of your own time. You need more of your own, just bathing in your own energy field. I feel like you have the energy signature where a lot of people want you, especially because you have this earth angel energy. So it's like, I want you, I want you, I want you. Give me some of your energy. Give me, give me, give me. And it might be quite demanding, and it might be quite hard for you to know, like, am I meant to help and be of service, or am I meant to kind of like pull back and, focus on myself? And I feel like focusing on yourself, you might even feel as being selfish sometimes, because you've just come here to help, you've come here to be of service. And so the other thing I'm seeing that you've learned, and that your spirit guide is really proud of you for, is like, you've learned that you have to help yourself first so you can help others. Okay. Yeah, you have a very pure energy, I have to say. Like, these kinds of lessons really come from the purest souls. Like, if you are learning this, it's because you have the purest energy. Okay. It's very, very special energy. It's very sacred energy. It's very healing and medicinal energy. And yeah, you do have a lot of protection spiritually, but at the same time, there's something about, you've had to learn boundaries for yourself. You've had to learn how to protect yourself. And that might have been painful at times. And you may have wondered, like, where's my guardian angel? But there's something about, they want you to know, because they don't want you to feel like they've ever abandoned you, because they've always been with you. But they're saying there are certain things that they couldn't intervene in, because it was part of your growth. It was part of your learning. You had to go through that to learn. They're also showing me that they might be able to get through to you quite well through automatic writing. Okay, if you want to get out a journal, and I definitely recommend doing automatic writing writing with a pen and paper if you can, if that's available to you, because I feel like it really activates the brain in different ways in the subconscious. But yeah, they're asking you to journal, to write down, doing things like gratitude journaling or scripting or channeling through automatic writing, and you channel their perspective or you channel messages from them or you write a letter to them. There's something about writing to this guide, to this guardian angel, and it's going to help you connect with them at a deeper level. So yeah, they are kind of asking you to sit down with the pen and paper and just see what comes through. All right, group number 3, that is the end of your reading. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to connect more with my work, I would really recommend my Earth Angel Light Language for you. I feel like definitely if you resonate with this group, it would be such a supportive light language tape for you in this life. I'll link it down below. You can read more about it. And I'm just sending you so much love and light. Take care.